guys? Welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. Victor Gyökeres to Liverpool? I don't think so. We're going to speak about that in this video, as well as interesting news in the under-21s. Former Wales manager Rob Page is now the under-21 manager. And some sad news if you're a LFC women's fan. It looks like captain Taylor Hines is about to go to Arsenal, return to Arsenal, where she came from, the reggae girl star. But let's start on this one. It was Correio de Manhã in Portugal who did an article this morning, and I've read it. I've translated it into English from Portuguese. The English champions are set to sell Darwin and want to strengthen their attack. Arsenal, Manchester United are the other teams interested in the Swede. But Victor Gyökeres, according to this publication, is one of Liverpool's targets to strengthen their attack. The Swede is on a shortlist to replace Darwin Núñez, who most likely will join Napoli. The latest on that one, by the way, is that the talks are still ongoing. The player wants to move. We know that. He's given his green light. It's more now at this stage just both of the clubs actually agreeing the fee that he will part with. But, I mean, this is a bit of a sour... It's disrespectful, is it, to call it a silly article? I'm not sure. I just think... it's a little bit lazy. Liverpool have never really been in for Victor Gyökeres. And actually, because of this Darwin Núñez situation, a player that we did buy from Sporting Lisbon's rivals, Benfica, 3 years ago, and it didn't work. And so why would Liverpool go into the market and take another gamble on a striker that has scored over 30 goals in that division, but does it translate into the Premier League? He might as well go to Arsenal. He might as well go to Manchester United. They're the only two clubs linked with him, I think. So I will say it. The Victor Gyökeres links to Liverpool are rubbish. Don't believe them, because this is one that will not happen, people. And again, you know, it was Correio de Manhã, who are apparently a tier 3 source in Portugal. And one of the top comments was, it sounds like Sporting Lisbon are trying to generate a race for the guy now that he is pissed off and he doesn't want to play for them. And I actually do kind of believe that, if I'm honest, because that is the kind of thing that football clubs do, isn't it? When they're trying to sell a player, move him on, they almost want to create almost artificial hype around a player that generates the eyes and the attention from other maybe clubs that are more interested in reality. So yeah, Victor Gyökeres, and according to TNT Sports, Liverpool are definitely not interested in Gyökeres, who has scored 43 goals in 50 games in all comps. But yeah, according to TNT, Liverpool are not interested in Gyökeres, despite reports suggesting a move to Anfield could be on. The Swedish ace is not part of Liverpool's plans, even though he has put up breathtaking numbers. As we know, Liverpool are more likely to launch a record-breaking move for Alexander Isak. And if you can't get Isak, in my opinion, the next best option, the next Isak, is Hugo Ekitike from Eintracht Frankfurt. So I think it's between... I still think Liverpool get Ekitike, and I think that one comes back around mid-July, as we approach July. And as we know, the PSR date refreshes, doesn't it, on July the 1st. So actually, you know, that is a reason why to maybe wait a little bit and get your club to make some moves in July. Sorry, I'm getting my dates all mixed up there. So let us know in the chat. I mean, could you ever see a world where Victor Gyökeres actually moves to Liverpool? I can't see it personally. And if he did, would it not just be a copy and paste of what Liverpool did with Darwin Núñez a couple of years ago? So that's a player that we're looking to bring in, allegedly, even though I definitely don't think it will happen. If we are doing percentages, I think Isak, 20% chance. I think Ekitike at this stage is like a 40% chance. And Victor Gyökeres, take the 4 off the 40, it's a 0% chance. They're just trying to create a bit of hype to actually engage and ignite the fire, get these clubs to start a little bidding more going on. But speaking of a player who has joined Liverpool, and it is now official, Milos Kerkez has officially signed from AFC Bournemouth to Liverpool. £40 million for the left-back, who scored 2 goals and made 6 assists in the Premier League last season. Made the most sprints out of any left-back in the Premier League last season. He went through a medical yesterday and agreed a long-term contract with the Premier League champions at the AXA yesterday. And speaking to LFC in his first exclusive interview, the Hungary international teammate, mate and best mate of Dominik Szoboszlai. Says, look, I'm really happy. It's a real honour for me, a privilege to come and play for one of the biggest clubs in the world, the biggest club in England. I'm just really, really happy and excited. After this, I'll go home and in my hometown to enjoy a few days. And then I can't really wait to come back and put the training kit on and train and prepare for the season. So he signs the deal, going back off home with his dad. And did you know, have you seen the video of them both in the car? It's Milos Kerkez' dad, who's very outspoken on his desire for his son to play for Liverpool in podcasts. But they were driving through Liverpool, I think it was, in the car. And he's got Jamie Webster's rendition of Ale 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 ringing out with the windows open. So his dad's absolutely buzzing that he has come into Liverpool. And Kerkez makes the move after 2 impressive seasons in England with Bournemouth. 74 appearances, 2 goals and 8 assists across that time. Started off life at ETO FC Győr before he earned a massive move really to AC Milan in 2021, where he didn't actually play. And there is a picture of Maldini, the famous Maldini, holding up his Kerkez shirt for AC Milan. But then in the middle of the following season, he goes to AZ Alkmaar, where he plays 57 times, 23 caps for Hungary to date, after playing in the Nations League in 2022. And we know he was shortlisted for the 2024-5 Men's PFA Young Player of the Year and was a finalist for the Golden Boy Award last year, by the way, which recognises the best European talent under the age of 21. But there's a big beaming smile from ear to ear. And he goes on to say, I just want to thank everyone for really showing me big love even before it was announced. We know he was talking about it. Everyone was before he came. And keep supporting the team like you support always, because you're the biggest fan base in the world. Love these words. I'm going to give everything, absolutely everything, to win trophies with this club and to hopefully score some goals at Anfield. I can't wait to hear the roar. See you soon. They also go on to say the defenders' official squad number for Liverpool will be confirmed later on in the summer. So that's a big switch. It's a massive move that Liverpool's future-proofing their fullbacks for the next however many years. Kerkez in, Frimpong in. Unbelievable news. And according to Fabrizio Romano, again, Liverpool are starting to prepare for life after Nunes as the Napoli push intensifies. We know that. But again, according to him, it's Ekitike who's probably the most likely one to join Anfield. And actually, as I said, he is the next Isak. So in terms of strikers, conversation about which strikers Liverpool are looking to bring in, don't really expect any movement on the striker front until at least July. And as you start getting into the first week, the second week, then I do think Liverpool might test the resolve of a Isak and maybe test Frankfurt's resolve as well for a Ekitike. And I wouldn't rule out Julian Alvarez at this point either. Just a quick one on Harvey Elliott, who had an absolutely unbelievable game last night for the England under-21, scored 2 goals. He's too good for that level. He's way too good for under-21s, and he's almost taking the piss. But leave me in the comments which club you think he ends up at. It might be Liverpool, but I just can't see, for how good he is, I can't see how he fits into Arne Slot's system. So I'm a massive fan of his. As you know, he's been on the channel. But at the same time, for his sake, similar to Kelleher, he probably does need to leave. But how much should we get for him? 40? I'm saying 50. And just before we go, Tyler Hines, who has become the captain of Liverpool in the last season, you know, has won a few trophies at Liverpool. The reggae girl star, who I've actually met and worked with, really nice girl, knows what she's talking about, very good footballer. She looks like she's leaving to go to Arsenal, which is going to be a sad one. Obviously, the Liverpool women's team, you know, need to go again this season after a fairly disappointing campaign last year. So it looks like she's going to head off to Arsenal, where actually she did start off things in 2016, 2017, I believe it was. But she's been great for Liverpool, so let me know what you think about that one in the chat. And also Rob Page, who kind of the world forgot about after he left Wales, who he actually had a very good campaign with, I think. And he hasn't actually been in the game for a year. Remember, Craig Bellamy, former Liverpool striker, took over from the Wales duty. And the Welshman, who is age 50, who has played for Watford, Sheffield United, Cardiff, Coventry, Huddersfield and Chesterfield in a decent career. And after 41 games as Wales manager, he now goes to the Liverpool under-21s. So let us know what you think of that one. But Gyökeres to Liverpool, surely not. It's not going to happen, is it? And of course, Milos Kerkez comes into Liverpool. What are his biggest strengths and how will he improve the squad? That's all for today. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. Smash that like button as well. All the best.